My child, if you are angry with me tonight, you can say it. And you can say it right here. You do not have to soften it first. You do not have to clean it up or rearrange it into something polite before you bring it close. I would rather have your honest anger than your careful distance. So if there is something burning in you that you have never dared to say out loud, stay with me for these few minutes and let it come. You are not in trouble for being honest. You have never once been in trouble for being honest with me. So loosen your shoulders and let out the breath you have been holding, the one you have been holding for a very long time. You can bring the real thing here, not the version you think is acceptable, the real thing. Before we go any further, let me be plain with you, because honesty has to run both ways. What you are about to receive is an encouragement drawn from the Bible, a reflection offered gently in faith. It is not a private revelation, it is not a prediction, and it is not a promise of any particular outcome in your life. It is simply the timeless comfort of Scripture, read slowly over a heart that may be aching today. And there is one verse I want to build all of this on, because it gives you permission you may have spent your whole life waiting for. It comes from the book of Psalms, the 62nd Psalm, verse 8. Listen to the words slowly and notice what they actually invite. Trust in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Selah. Read it again in the quiet of your chest. Pour out your heart. Not pour out the tidy part, not pour out the grateful part only. Pour out your heart, all of it, the whole heavy thing, before the one who can hold it. This is not a command to perform. It is an invitation to be real. In the Scriptures, this is the voice that made you, asking you to stop hiding and simply come. So let these words reach you the way the Bible speaks them, as if the Father himself were sitting close beside you and saying, "My child, you can be angry with me. You can bring me the question you have been too afraid to ask in church, the one that sits under everything. You can ask me why. Why this? Why now? Why them? Why you?" You can say the words that have been pressing against the inside of your ribs for years. I am not fragile. Your honesty will not break me, and it will not push me away. I have heard every kind of prayer there is, and the angry ones are still prayers. I know what you were taught. I know it well. You were taught that good people do not question, that faithful people do not complain, that if you really believed, you would simply smile and say it is all part of a plan. So you swallowed it. You buried the anger under the right words, and you called the burying faith. But hear me carefully tonight. Pretending is not the same as trusting. A smile stretched over a wound is not the peace I offered you. I never asked you to lie to me to make yourself easier to love. I asked you to come exactly as you are, with exactly what you feel. You have been carrying a question, haven't you? A heavy one. Something happened and it did not make sense. And it still does not make sense. You prayed, and the thing you feared most came anyway. You begged, and the door still closed. And somewhere in that, a quiet thought took root. Maybe he does not care. Maybe he was never really there. My child, I am not afraid of that thought. You do not have to hide it from me. The opposite of faith was never your doubt. The opposite of faith is pretending you feel nothing at all. So bring me the doubt. Bring me the why. Bring me the part of you that is not sure I am listening. Even that I can hold. So if you are listening tonight with anger you have never confessed, this is for you. If you have been furious at heaven and ashamed of the fury, this is for you. If you have stood at a graveside, or a hospital bed, or an empty room, and felt something in you turn cold toward God, this is for you. If you have kept praying out of habit while quietly believing no one was really on the other end, this especially is for you. You do not have to fix your feelings before you come. You do not have to feel faithful to be welcome. You do not have to dress up your pain in gentle language to make it allowed. Pour it out. Pour out your heart. That is the invitation, and it has your name on it. Hear what the scripture actually says again, slowly, so it sinks past the part of you that argues. Trust in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Selah. Trust at all times, not only on the good days, not only when the prayers are answered the way you wanted, at all times. Which means the bitter times, the confused times, the angry times. And in those very times, the same verse says to pour your heart out, not bottle it up. Trust and honesty were never enemies. In the scriptures, they live in the very same breath. You can trust me and still tell me the truth about how much this hurts. Let me speak to the part of you that thinks anger means you have failed as a believer. You think the strong ones never wrestle. You think the faithful ones never shake their fist at the sky. But the Bible is full of honest, aching prayers, and I did not erase a single one of them. There are psalms that ask how long, and psalms that ask why, and psalms that cry out from the bottom of the dark. I left those in the book on purpose, so that you would know there is room for them. The people closest to me in the scriptures were not the ones who hid their pain. They were the ones who brought it. Your wrestling is not the proof that you are far from me. Sometimes it is the proof that you are still holding on. And about that anger itself, let me say something you may not have considered. You are only angry because something mattered. You only grieve what you loved. The fury you feel is not the absence of a tender heart. It is the evidence of one. A cold heart does not rage at heaven. A cold heart simply walks away and feels nothing. So the very anger you are ashamed of may be the most alive, most honest thing in you right now. I would rather have that fire turned toward me, spoken out loud, than have you go quiet and slip away in silence. Stay and argue with me if that is what is real. Just do not disappear. I know why the silence feels safer. I do. If you never say the angry thing, you never have to risk that no answer comes. If you keep God at a polite distance, you protect yourself from being disappointed up close. So you traded the risk of honesty for the safety of distance, and you called it being a good person. But that distance has been costing you more than you know. A faith that can only hold the pleasant feelings is a thin and fragile thing. A faith that can survive your anger, your doubt, your hardest questions. That is a faith with roots. And the only way roots grow that deep is by being honest in the dark. So pour it out. Truly, I mean it. Say the sentence you have never let yourself finish. Tell me what you did not understand. Tell me what you are still waiting for. Tell me where it felt like I was not there. You will not lose me by being honest. That is the very thing I have been waiting for you to learn. The verse does not say pour out your heart and risk being abandoned. It says pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. A refuge. The honest, the angry, the shaking, all of them run to the same shelter, and the door stays open. Now I know you may not feel any softness yet, and that is all right. The heart does not unclench all at once when it has been guarding itself for years. The truth of this does not wait on your feelings to catch up. A refuge is still a refuge, whether you feel sheltered yet or not. You can walk into it angry. You can walk into it numb. You can walk into it unsure it is even real. The door does not check your mood before it lets you in. So let me say it again, plainly, the way you may have needed to hear it for a long time. You are allowed to be angry and still be mine. The world taught you that love is something you keep by behaving, that you earn closeness by being agreeable, useful, never a problem. But that is not how this love works. You did not earn your place here by performing well, so you cannot lose it by feeling badly. When you are grateful, you are mine. When you are furious, you are mine. When you are sure of me, you are mine. And on the night you are not sure of anything, you are mine still. Think back for a moment to the seasons when your prayers turned into accusations. The nights you did not fold your hands so much as throw them up. The nights the only honest word you had was, "Why?" And notice something. Even then, you were still talking to me. You could have stopped. You could have closed the door for good, but something in you kept turning back toward the sky. That turning, even angry, even bitter, was not the opposite of faith. It was a thread that never fully broke. You stayed in the conversation even when the conversation was a complaint. That matters more than you know. And here is something the shame has been hiding from you. The honesty you have been afraid of is the very thing that brings a heart back to life. The buried anger does not go away when you bury it. It only goes underground and hardens. But poured out, spoken, brought into the open before the one who can hold it, it finally has somewhere to go. That is what the pouring out is for. Not so I can learn something I did not know, but so you can finally set it down. You were never meant to carry the unspoken weight forever. You were meant to bring it and lay it here. And a heart that learns it can be fully honest with God is a heart that is finally free to come close. So tonight, I am asking you to stop guarding the door. Lay down the performance you thought I required. Lay down the fear that your real feelings would finally be too much. Lay down the idea that you have to choose between trusting me and telling me the truth. You were never meant to choose between the two. You were meant to do both in the very same breath. And about the part of you that is afraid this anger means your faith is dying, hear this carefully, my child. Honest wrestling is not the end of faith. Very often, it is the beginning of a deeper one. The scriptures show people meeting God in their grief, in their complaints, in prayers too raw to be polite. And not one of them was turned away for it. The refuge was never reserved for the people who had it all figured out. It was always for the ones who came as they were. And that includes you, exactly as you are tonight. So bring the anger in with you. It is allowed past the door. If these words have stirred something in you, you do not need to do anything dramatic. You do not owe anyone a comment to make this real. You do not have to prove your faith or your honesty to a stranger. But if you would like, take this quiet moment and turn it into the most honest prayer you have ever prayed. It can be as plain as this. Lord, I am angry and I am tired and I do not understand. I am bringing it to you anyway. There are no perfect words for this. The scriptures show God meeting people in groans, in tears, and in prayers too broken to finish. Your honesty is enough. It was always enough. And if someone comes to your mind right now, someone who has been holding an unspoken anger of their own, you are welcome to share this with them. Not as a chain, not as a demand, just as a kindness, the way you would hand a quiet word to someone who needed permission to breathe. Now, here is one gentle but important reminder, and I will not rush past it. Faith is a deep comfort, but it is not a replacement for care. If you are struggling with your health, or your mind, or a grief that feels too heavy to carry alone, please also reach out to a doctor, a counselor, or someone you trust. Honesty with God and honest help from people were always meant to walk together. Asking for support is not a failure of faith. It is wisdom, and it is brave. And before we come to the end, let me ask one simple thing of you. Do not go quiet on me. I am not telling you the questions will all be answered tonight. I am not handing you a reason that ties up your pain with a bow. I am telling you what the verse has whispered to the weary all along, that the heart was meant to be poured out, not sealed shut. Whatever it is you have been afraid to say, you can say it here, and the refuge will still be standing when you do. An honest prayer, even a furious one, is still a prayer, and it still reaches the one it is meant for. The fire in you does not scare me away. Pour it out and find that I am still here. So as this message comes toward its close, I want to leave one thing in your hands to carry into tomorrow. You are allowed to bring God the whole truth of you. The same scripture says it once more, and it is worth hearing again, slowly. Trust in Him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before Him. God is a refuge for us. Selah. Whatever this season has taken from you, you do not have to face it with a guarded heart and a polite prayer. You can come with the anger, the questions, the ache, and pour every bit of it out before the one who can hold it. I will not promise you a tidy answer. I will not pretend to know the things that only God knows. You have been handed enough empty answers, and I will not add to the pile. But I can leave you with what the scriptures say with full confidence. You can trust Him and tell Him the truth in the very same breath. You can pour out your heart, all of it, and find a refuge there. So let the honest thing finally be spoken tonight. Not because the pain is over, but because you no longer have to carry it in silence. Take one more slow breath now and let your shoulders come down. And let this be the truth you fall asleep on. You are allowed to be honest. You are still held, and you are loved through all of it. If messages of hope like this one bring you peace, you are always welcome to stay close to this little corner of the internet, where we simply sit with the scriptures together. And wherever tomorrow takes you, whatever you are still carrying, may you carry it more lightly, knowing the one who made you can hold the whole honest weight of you. Peace be with you, my friend. Rest now.